Hey Tenno, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll show you a build for Inaros that is budget and casual friendly for Steel Path. We will start off with an ultra budget build for early Steel Path, then later in the video we will talk about some tips on how you can improve them later. As promised, this build will not be using arcanes, subsumed abilities, arcane shards, prime mods or even fully ranked mods. That's because Inaros doesn't need it. Of course, it could be optimized further, but in this current iteration, it will work in Steel Path. As usual, timestamps down below. Let's first go over Inaros' abilities. His first ability is Pocket Sand. Inaros throws sand at enemies in front of him, causing them to be blinded and vulnerable to finishers. There are also sitting ducks for headshot. This Pocket Sand has lifesteal, but the amount is small and will not heal too much, especially in Steel Path. His second ability is Sandstorm, and this ability is great. Inaros turns into a sandstorm, pulling enemies all towards him within his range. Inaros is invulnerable while in sandstorm mode, and each enemy pull heals him. When he comes out of sandstorm mode, all the enemies are piled together and vulnerable to ground finishers. His third ability is Scarab Shell. This ability costs no energy, but Inaros sacrifices his health to gain additional armor. But that's not all. His armor also absorbs status effects and prevents knockdown. So, while he has Scarab armor active, he does not need to worry about status effects. Each status effect reduces the armor, and using the ability again would top it up. The amount of armor scales with ability strength. His fourth ability is Scarab Swarm. Enemies get trapped in a sandstorm, which can spread to nearby enemies. Enemies killed while trapped in a sandstorm would spawn a sand cavern that can attack other enemies, spreading the sandstorm. The damage scales with Inaros' health pool. It spreads corrosive damage and status procs, and can armor strip if you have arcane shards. But don't worry, we don't need them for our build. Time for what you are here for, the build. Ultra budget, you only need 3 Umbro mods and adaptation. Don't even need to max rank them. They work fine for the first few rounds of Steel Path survival. The other mod slots are flexible, just like the arcanes. I use one forma here for testing to put a V here. You don't really need that. So, how does this work? We are using a health tank setup. We have Umbro Vitality and Fiber, giving a large health pool and armor. Inaros 3 gives additional armor on top of that. But armor provides damage reduction, but only up to a point, so we added the mod Adaptation. Adaptation, like the name suggests, increases the damage resistance of your frame for that specific damage type, and it goes all the way up to 90%. While high, it means that enemies can still damage you through the remaining 10%. So, we need high armor to reduce the incoming damage, and high health to absorb damage for adaptation to work. Now, how do you play this ultra budget build? You start the mission, you use 3 to get additional armor and to absorb status effects, get damaged by enemies to build resistance, activate 2 to heal lost damage and group enemies together, fire into the group of enemies, make sure to heal before you go down. You can use any weapon for damage, but since this is an ultra budget build, I am using the Nataruk that you can get from the new war. Here is an early Steel Path 0 forma build for Nataruk. No galvanized mods, although you should really get them. Most of these mods are max ranked, but if you don't have a max rank serration, that's fine too. Nataruk is a great bow and deserves its own video, so we won't go into it too much this time. That's it for the ultra budget version. Let's upgrade it slightly. In this build, the core mods are the same, triple Umbra and adaptation. We added Carni's Carapace, a mod that gives additional armor and health for more health tanking. We will also be using an augment mod, Elemental Sandstorm. This mod increases the range of your sandstorm to group more enemies together, but it will also inflict status from your melee weapon to enemies caught in your sandstorm. Rage is for energy. It converts damage on health to energy, and since Inaros tanks all the damage, you will have virtually unlimited energy. You won't need too much energy on this build, but I like to have lots of reserves in case. And the last slot is a flex. You can put in more armor or health for a larger margin of error, or more ability strength for more armor from his tree. Now let's look at his melee weapon. We will be using his melee weapon to affect the enemies trapped in his sandstorm. For this example, I will be using the Schiaggiati. It is a high slash damage compared to the other damage types. That means there is a higher chance for slash procs to occur. We want slash procs as it can deal damage bypassing armor. We will go for a viral heat build, so we have combined Toxin and Cold, add on a heat mod, and Carni's Mandible that gives slash. For arcanes, you can go all in with Arcane Guardian that gives additional armor when damaged, or Arcane Grace that heals a percentage of health when damaged, or Arcane Blessing that gives Inaros a higher max health after picking up health orbs. They're all great to have, but they are not a necessity. You might notice I did not mention companions, and that really is a flex too. I'm not running any companions here in the demo, but a Panzer Walpurpire with Hunter Recovery can give some healing, but Inaros does not desperately need that. In terms of Helminth, Inaros does not really need much from a survivability point of view, so we should look towards upping his damage. Roar is an obvious candidate, increasing his damage. Nourish gives him viral damage that is also useful, and Eclipse can give him more weapon damage too. If you're running any of these 3 subsumed abilities, have continuity for longer duration so you do not have to keep casting the abilities. It might seem strange running so little in Steel Path, but Inaros is one tanky boy, so try this build out. So there you have it, ultra budget Inaros ready for Steel Path and some tips on how you can improve them further. I hope you enjoy watching this video. Share this video to anyone you think might enjoy it. Like and subscribe for more Warframe guides like this. Bye!